Ever wondered what your dog's nose is really telling you? It's not just for sniffing out yummy treats or finding fun adventures. It's like a special health tracker. Whether it's a cold, wet nose or a warm, dry one, these little changes can tell you a lot about how your furry friend is feeling. Let's dive into the adorable world of doggy noses and see what secrets they hold about your pup's health and happiness. A wet nose on your dog is perfectly normal and a sign of good health. This moisture comes from the mucus their bodies produce, which helps keep their nasal passages moist and improves their ability to pick up scents. When your dog licks their nose, they're actually enhancing their sense of smell. That wetness also helps them figure out where a smell is coming from, making them the ultimate food finders before you even notice a crumb. Licking the nose isn't just for cleaning. It also helps transfer scent particles into a special organ in the mouth called the vomeronasal organ. This amazing organ boosts their scent detection skills, turning them into super sniffers. Just like us, dogs need water to keep their bodies running smoothly, and a wet nose is a great sign they're staying hydrated. Good hydration helps regulate their body temperature, aids in digestion, and keeps them healthy overall. So when your pup's nose is nice and moist, it's a positive sign they're feeling good and ready for fun adventures. But what if your dog's nose is dry? Don't worry, a dry nose isn't always a cause for concern. Dogs' noses can naturally become drier as they grow older. This does not necessarily mean they are unwell. Sometimes it's just due to their environment or what they've been up to. However, if you notice that the dryness sticks around and is accompanied by symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, or lethargy, it could indicate more serious health issues like problems with the liver or kidneys. Also, if their nose is warm, it might mean they have a higher body temperature, and if it's cool, they might have a lower body temperature. In these cases, it might be time to take action and visit the vet. Keeping an eye on your dog's nose can help you spot potential health problems early. In a healthy dog, the nose should be the same size on both sides, feel moist to mildly dry, and have consistent airflow from both nostrils. The surface should be free of any major changes in color or texture, and there should only be a small amount of clear discharge. So next time you notice your dog's nose is wet, know that it's a good sign they're in great shape. And if it's dry, keep an eye on it, but don't stress too much unless other symptoms pop up. A little attention to their nose can go a long way in ensuring your furry friend stays happy and healthy. A little bit of nose discharge in dogs is totally normal. Whether it's a bit of clear liquid or a tiny hint of mucus, it usually just means your dog's body is doing its thing. But if you notice a lot of discharge, especially if it's bloody or changes color, it's time to pay attention. Big amounts of discharge can happen if your dog's nose gets irritated from things like perfume, smoke, pollen, or air fresheners. If your pup is dealing with thick, opaque mucus, it might be an infection in their nasal passage. Bloody discharge can be caused by trauma to the outside of the nose, like a bump, scrape, or penetrating injury. You can often stop the bleeding with gentle pressure. Sometimes blood vessels inside the nose can bleed if something gets up there or if there's a tumor affecting the tissues. So while a little nose dribble is no big deal, keep an eye out for anything unusual. If the discharge changes, or if your dog seems uncomfortable, a trip to the vet might be in order. Paying attention to these signs can help keep your furry friend happy and healthy. When your dog's nose changes color, it could signal a health problem. But that's not always the case. It could be related to your dog's breed, environment, or age. However, if you notice a change in nose color, it's a good idea to visit the vet. Changes in nose texture, like unhealed sores, scaling, or becoming dry and crusty, could indicate a condition called nasal hyperkeratosis. This is common in breeds like Labrador Retrievers and Cocker Spaniels, where the nose gets dry or calloused due to excess keratin. There's also something called snow nose, where the nose temporarily loses pigment in colder months. Nasal hypopigmentation is when your dog's nose loses its natural color. These changes are usually harmless, but keeping an eye on them can help you catch any potential issues early. Remember, a healthy dog can have a warm, dry nose. while a sick dog might have a cool wet nose. If your pet shows any signs of illness, it's important to visit the vet, no matter what their nose looks like. You should also see the vet if you notice sudden changes in your dog's nose, like a change in appearance, heat, sores, bleeding, unusual discharge, wheezing, sneezing, or dryness and cracking. Paying attention to your dog's nose can help keep them healthy and happy. So while not all nose changes are a big deal, it's always better to be safe and check with a vet if you're unsure. Your furry friend relies on you to keep an eye out for anything unusual, and taking these simple steps can make a difference in their well-being. It's exciting how a dog's nose can tell us so much about their health and the world around them. Bonnie Beaver, a vet and professor at Texas A&M University, explains that dogs aren't just sniffing for fun. Their incredible sense of smell helps them track missing people, detect explosives, and even identify serious diseases like cancer. Think of it this way. While we can smell a spoonful of sugar in our coffee, dogs can detect a drop of water in 25 million barrels. Their sense of smell is estimated to be 10,000 to 100,000 times better than ours. Every scent from a place, animal, or person tells a rich story to a dog. But how can they smell so much better than we can? It starts with their fantastic noses. When dogs inhale, their nostrils create swirls of air that bring in new odor molecules. Their noses are like finely tuned instruments capable of detecting even the slightest scents. The olfactory epithelium in a dog's brain is spread across a labyrinth of passages, greatly increasing the surface area for scent detection. This surface area is about the size of a man's handkerchief. In comparison, the olfactory epithelium in a human brain is only about the size of a postage stamp. This anatomical difference is what makes dogs such super detectives. Understanding the world our dogs smell can help us understand their amazing abilities even more. Their noses are not just for sniffing out food or marking territory. They are powerful tools that give them a detailed picture of their environment. So next time your dog is sniffing around, remember, they are gathering information in ways we can hardly imagine. By paying attention to our dog's sniffing habits, we can learn a lot about their world. Whether they're tracking a scent on a walk or investigating a new smell in the house, their noses are constantly at work. Take a look outside at dog owners walking their dogs, and notice how many are tugging their dogs away from every scent and smell. Research suggests that by doing this, dogs are being robbed of experiencing the world. Think about it. When showing love to a dog, the instinct might be to hug or stroke them. However, consider that taking them on walks and letting them sniff to their heart's content might be even more rewarding. Allowing dogs to indulge in their sniffing can help develop a better connection with them. Scents and smells are crucial to a dog's behavior. They are related to social behaviors and sexual behaviors, making their world richer and more complex than what humans can perceive. Neutering a dog does not significantly change their ability to smell. A dog's urine acts like a business card, providing information about who left the mark, when they left it, their scent, sex, and possibly even their age. When a dog marks a spot, they leave a message for other dogs. Letting dogs sniff during walks is important, but there are other things to be mindful of. Consider the impact of new essential oils on dogs. These scents might affect their sense of smell, and this is an area where future research could provide more insights. Dog owners often pull their dogs away from lingering on scents, not realizing that sniffing is how dogs experience the world. It's their way of gathering information and making a sense of their surroundings. Instead of pulling them away, allowing them to sniff freely can be a way to show love and build a stronger bond. When dogs sniff, they are not just picking up the smells of other dogs, places, and people. They are also detecting pheromones. This enriches their world far beyond what humans can perceive. Neutering does not significantly impact a dog's sense of smell. Dogs use their urine to leave messages for others, much like how humans use business cards. It tells other dogs who they are, when they were there, and more. In addition to letting dogs sniff, it's important to be mindful of their environment. For instance, the use of essential oils can affect their sense of smell. Future research may explore how these new scents impact dogs. Ultimately, allowing dogs to indulge in their natural behavior of sniffing can lead to better connections and understanding between dogs and their owners. It enriches their lives and helps them engage in the world in a meaningful way. By paying attention to what dogs are telling us through their sniffing, a deeper bond can be formed, and their well-being can be better supported. Have you observed any of these revelations about your dog's health before? Let us know in the comments below. Now that you know some things your dog's nose can reveal about their health, check out the next video shown on the screen.